We're looking forward to commentary of Bromley FC Matchday Away live commentary there from Matt Hall. He's there in the box and we should be hearing from him momentarily. We can hear on the PA system there at Aldershot, Simple Minds alive and kicking.
Well, everybody, good evening and welcome here to Bromley FC Live tonight for coverage of this Vanarama National League fixture between Aldershot Town and Bromley here at the Ebbs Stadium. My name is Matt Hall and very soon I'll be joined by a special guest for you on the commentary tonight. It's a pleasure to be with you. We do hope you enjoy the coverage of tonight's game, and we'll take you through the teams now very quickly, starting with Aldershot Town. Number 1, Geordie van Stappershoef. 3 is Ollie Harfield. Number 4, Cian Harries. 5, Kobe Rowe. Number 7 and captain Stuart O'Keefe. 9 is Laurent Tollage. 10, Josh Stokes. 11, Ryan Glover. 17, Aaron Jones. 22, former Bromley man Jack Barham. And 34, Dejan Tetek. On the bench is 6, Theo Widrington. Number 8, Tyler Frost. 18, Ollie Scott. 20, Josh Barrett. And number 39, Kwame Thomas. And in the starting lineup for Bromley tonight, in goal is number 1, Grant Smith. Tonight's skipper is number 2, Callum Reynolds. 7 is Josh Pasley. 9, Michael Cheek. 11, Louis Dennis. Number 15, Alex Kirk. 18, Corey Whiteley. 20, Jude Arthurs. 23, Bezart Topolodge. 28, Ben Crowhouse. And number 40, Miles Weston. And on the bench for Bromley tonight, a bit of a changed up bench from the one that we've seen in recent weeks. Number 31, Kasper Orlowski, is the substitute. Goalkeeper tonight, the 17-year-old. 14, Mitchell Bergkamp. 17, Byron Webster.
Oh, it appears there's a bit of a connection problem here as we continue to bring you coverage, hopefully, of Bromley FC. Oh.
Driving, the wind is very strong, and it's going to be an interesting evening, particularly for the defenders and the goalkeepers of tonight's sides. Bromley are dressed in the home kit of all white with the black trim, and Grant Smith in goal is wearing the yellow. Aldershot, of course, in the traditional red and blue stripes with the red shorts and red socks, and of course subjected Bromley to a very disappointing defeat back at the relocating community stadium earlier on this season. Byron Webster seeing red in the second half after 2 goals in the first 4 minutes for Bromley. Had them in what they thought was dreamland, but a red card for Byron Webster in the second half, coupled with a comeback for Aldershot Town. A significant period of injury time due to an injury to one of the linesmen. 15 minutes it was in the end, and Aldershot scoring the winner through Kobe Rowe in the 14th of those 15 additional minutes. And it was heartbreak for Bromley in one of only 2 home defeats in the National League so far this season. The other, of course, being Barnet on the 12th of August. That was the first home game of the season. And we're just about to get underway here with both teams being instructed to get ready by referee Ruben Ricardo. Tonight he's assisted by Alex Mathison and James Hurst. And the 4th official is Lisa Ben in between the 2 dugouts. And I certainly don't envy her job tonight in between 2 dugouts with very passionate managers in them. Thank you to all of you tuning in tonight. Do let us know where you're listening from. My name is Matt Hall, and we'll be getting underway very, very shortly indeed. The Bromley support over there to our far left-hand side rise to their feet and clap as the team look to get things underway here. It's going to be Ben Crowhouse to start things off here. The man who signed for Brentford yesterday and was loaned back to Bromley for the rest of the season. The product of the Bromley FC Academy gets things underway here and rolls it back to former Aldershot player Callum Reynolds wearing the armband tonight. Topolodge with the ball upfield, picked up by Kobe Rowe. Now Arthurs with the ball forward. And here's Stokes, another player who's secured a big move in this transfer window, moving to Bristol City. Rowe with the ball over the top there, playing it through towards the run of Jack Barham, who spent a short period on loan with Bromley a couple of years ago. And the special guest that I promised you all earlier on has now joined us, and that is Bromley FC Chief Executive Officer Mark Hammond. Mark, welcome.
Good evening, Matthew. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. All the better for seeing you. Welcome to the commentary. This is a first.
This is my debut.
This is Mark Hammond's debut on the commentary. I've really been dragging this one out, Mark, in my little preamble here.
You have.
And
I've dodged you like one of Louis' stepovers.
We've got a few analogies we could use for that, couldn't we? But this is actually, Mark, one of your former clubs as well. You spent time playing here at Aldershot.
Yeah, under Terry Brown. I've just seen Terry. I had an amazing time here, but we need the 3 points tonight. Weather's horrendous.
It is. I was just saying that earlier on. It's driving rain here, and of course that can play havoc, particularly for the defences and the goalkeepers. Just Grant Smith there sliding in to avoid Jack Barham being in really inside the 6-yard box.
Yeah, tough conditions.
It is tough conditions. I'm sure you relish playing in conditions like this as a winger.
It was always at 60 minutes the number 7 went up.
Here's Ben Crowhouse over on the far side, just nicking the ball away from Ollie Harfield there. And talking of Ben, Mark, a huge success story for academy, for whole club really, and a first of a player securing a move from the club and from the academy to the Premier League.
It just shows you everything that we've been doing. There's a lot of...
As a cross comes in here from that left-hand side, and Harfield deflected behind. It'll be a corner to Aldershot. Sorry, Mark.
Sorry, no. A lot of blood and guts has gone into the preparation and the delivery of what we do with our kids and bringing them through. And Ben's just one of those talents. And look, there's going to be many more.
Cross into the box there from Glover from that left-hand side. It's going to be kept in play here, is it, on the near side by Barham, who whips another cross in towards Tollarge in the box, and it's Callum Reynolds with a header away. Crowhouse will try and come away with it now. Here he is finding Miles Weston, who's one of 2 changes to the Bromley side from that Boreham Wood fixture. Olamola and Webster dropping to the bench. Weston is one of the players in alongside Louis Dennis as the ball is played up there towards Dennis, and it just evades in there, goes all the way through to Geordie van Stappershoef. And he rolls it out there to Aaron Jones, the former Kings Lynn man, looking to come forward here. Plays it back to Kobe Rowe. And we were just talking about it earlier, Mark, the fixture between the two sides earlier this season. Certainly a very eventful one, and not one too fondly remembered from a Bromley perspective.
Yeah, definitely a game of 2 halves. Just hopefully we can be solid and secure tonight.
You spent a long time at the club, Mark, over the years in various different capacities. Andy Woodman came in 2021. It's fair to say he really has taken the club to a new level on the pitch, and you can see the philosophies align with yourself and the other leadership at the club in terms of putting faith into these young players, and the results are quite exciting, aren't they? As a shot's just fired in there for Jack Barham off the side netting, an attacking start for Aldershot. Sorry, Mark.
He's done well there. Grant looked like he had the post covered, so it's one of those chances where it looks exciting on the eye, but Grant had that covered. Yes, look, Woody, the gaffer, people don't realise he spent 30 years in professional football. He's been at the elite level and worked for some of the top clubs, and in the background he's implemented and the professionalism and some of the structures and sort of created them and built them into our own, and everybody can build from that base.
And the vision that yourself and the chairman and Andy have is very similar. And talking about the young players, of course you spent time leading the academy and bringing the young players through there, and Andy's very much of that ilk, isn't he, in terms of bringing young players through?
Yeah, but people don't realise Andy just keeps it simple. So for a young player coming through to be sort of flooded with data and statistics and big long words, some of the kids can't spell the long words. So just Woody keeps it simple, and it Do you know what? It just works.
Here's Stokes with a pass which is deflected into the path of Dennis. Can't get a foot on it there, and it's picked up by Tetek over there, who was a substitute in the 3-2 victory for Aldershot Town earlier this season. Here's Van Stappershoff, who faced Bromley for Bristol Rovers in that FA Cup run just a few years ago, 2019, wasn't it? Here's Cheek now, who's been bundled over there by Rowe, who had his hands on the back of him. Cheek goes down, nothing given, and Rowe plays it back there to Van Stappershoff. And now Aldershot can build from the back with Cian Harries coming forward here towards the centre circle as he clips it forward over the top there. It's an ambitious ball towards the run of Jack Borum down the right-hand channel. Topolodge gets there first and takes the safe option there, putting it out of play.
It's just with those types of balls, they can hold up in the wind. They can cause you problems.
In all seriousness, Mark, in your playing days, weather like this, it really can have a monumental impact on the game, can't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I just said, like you can angle the ball and it can work for you.
Here's Jones. Ball round the corner there for Stokes, and like you say, Mark, there it holds up in the wind a little bit, and the clearance or the ball into the box from Stokes there is cleared by Reynolds, and the cries were for handball there, and they have been given it. It will be a free kick to Aldershot here. Callum Reynolds making the block there, the former Aldershot Town man, who on his appearance in Bromley's 1-0 victory here last season, it was a Reece Hannam goal that separated the side on that day, and Callum Reynolds with a man of the match performance that day at his former club. But it's Aldershot who've started this game on the front foot here. 7 minutes in, Aldershot Town 0, Bromley 0. My name is Matt Hall, and I'm delighted tonight to be joined by a very special guest on the airwaves, and that's Mark Hammond, CEO of Bromley Football Club. As Aldershot Town prepare this free kick, Glover and Harfield both standing near the ball. Glover just edges away from it towards the edge of the box. It'll be Harfield into Glover, who peeled away. Glover with the right-footed ball into the box. It's not cleared by Bromley, and eventually Michael Cheek gets it to the edge of the box, and he's fouled there, Michael Cheek. And I think we can already see the impact of this weather. Sorry.
Just need to slow it down while we're kicking into it. The positive thing is, if it's just wind, it can be a complete nightmare, but if it's wind and rain, it does help. It brings the rain, the gravity of the ball, if that makes scientific sense.
Indeed it does. Indeed it does. Grant Smith then with the free kick on the edge of his own box. Left-footed clearance up towards Michael Cheek. Will rise for it. He flicks it on. Dennis didn't make the run, and Rowe will just see it there. Back to Van Stappershoff in the all-green tonight. Clasps onto the ball there and urges bodies to get forwards as he rolls it out to Cian Harries there. The Aldershot fans in fine voice over in the East Bank to our left here. Bromley fans travelling well tonight despite all the travel issues with train cancellations, and of course, as we've been talking about this weather that we're seeing here, it's not really beautiful conditions as the ball over the top there from Arthurs might be picked up by Dennis, but Harfield shows a great deal of pace there to get in between Van Stappershoff and Dennis and just shepherds it back to the goalkeeper. Almost a chance there for Bromley. Here's Jones. Jones just turning away there.
So they've got four against our back line.
If you're just joining us, that is the voice of Mark Hammond, CEO of Bromley Football Club, joining me on the commentary tonight as Callum Reynolds just sees one through to Grant Smith there, who clasps onto it and just takes his time here over the distribution as he prepares to roll it out.
That's really solid shape from us then.
Left-footed clearance from Smith up towards Weston, and Weston takes it down well, but Michael Cheek had already been fouled in the build-up to that, and it will be a free kick to Bromley. Corey Whiteley looking to take it quickly potentially. He'll leave it for Jude Arthurs, and we're talking about young players, Mark. Jude Arthurs, what a performance from him on Saturday.
Yeah, phenomenal. Jude, he's another success. He got released from Gillingham, and he was working in Tesco's trying to keep himself fit. He came in, he signed up for our further education programme, and the rest is history. He's been a poster boy for us ever since. But it's his work rate, work ethic that's got him to this point.
Topolodge is going to be the man who takes it as Arthurs walks away from it. It will be Bez Topolodge in these windy conditions. Takes it short in towards Crowhouse, and it wasn't really very well worked, that one in the end. A bit of a disappointment. And it will be a goal kick. to Aldershot.
A good thing tonight is the cheeky roll, because if you can draw free kicks in this weather, it gets us up the pitch, and we're evidently dangerous from set pieces.
Kobe Rowe with the long ball forwards there. Callum Reynolds calls for it and clears it onto the top of the away dugout there. If you're just joining us as well, Mitchell Bergkamp back on the bench tonight, back in the National League squad for the first time in quite some time following a series of concussions. Great to see him back involved. Miles Weston with the ball over the top, which will be chased by Dennis, but Van Stappershoff gets there first and launches it out there to Harfield, who finds the captain Stuart O'Keefe and all the experience he has. Here's Harries now over towards Rowe. Michael Cheek coming across and closing him down. Now Harries once more. Patient play here from Aldershot as it's clipped forwards again, looking for Tolaj this time on the right hand side, and the ball really held up in the wind there, didn't it? Whiteley with a great bit of defending to just keep it away there from Jones. It's back to Topoloj. Topoloj is fouled there by Laurent Tolaj, and it will be a free kick to Bromley. Interesting start to the game, first 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think both teams are just sussing out the weather.
Mark, you've got your first bit of fan mail on the chat tonight. Great to have Mark on the commentary, total legend. That's from Mr. Dogstand, Graham Martin.
That's not my mum, is it? Sorry, Carol.
Grant Smith then with the free kick just outside the penalty area, drills it left-footed over to the far side. It's headed away quite easily, in truth, by O'Keefe, nodding out a play there for a throw. Now we hear, going back to Jude and the team that we've got nowadays, we hear Andy talk about the DNA quite a lot. How would you explain what that means for people who might hear it but not necessarily understand it?
You need to meet a certain profile, but both on and off the field. So the expectations, the discipline, your approach, your attitude, your professionalism, and then you need to apply that in your training and in your performances. And want to come in and want to learn and work hard every day and enjoy working hard.
Here's Passley, who's working hard down that right-hand side, holding on to the ball and wins Bromley corner. Does he know it stays in play? He breaks into the box, Passley, and it's put behind in the end by Glover, and it will be a corner to Bromley. And corners, Mark, are something you don't really want to be conceding too many of in these conditions.
Yeah, this is where mistakes can happen. That was really good play from Josh there. Great skill.
Happy birthday.
He's such a threat in those wide areas, Josh.
Happy birthday to Jonah, who's 12 today, watching on National League TV and tuning in to us. Happy birthday, Jonah. Enjoy the commentary. Jude Arthurs prepares this corner. It's a deep corner, floated in towards the back post. Callum Reynolds is there and he just couldn't get up in time. And it sails over his head and out of play for a throw-in the end. Bromley just trying to click into gear up front at the moment. There have been some promising signs, particularly with Passley down the right-hand side just a few moments ago. As the throw-in is taken by Rowe, back into Harries in the box. Harries now to Harfield. Crowhouse closes him down. Play back to Van Stappershoff, who's going to have to get rid of it quickly. It's a bit of a questionable clearance, but he's done well there. Miles Weston trying to win it back, and then it's cleared upfield for the run of Tolaj here, who's battling with Topoloj, and Tolaj comes out on top. Barham making the run infield. He tried to thread it through to him, but it's intercepted by Reynolds.
Brilliant positioning from Callum.
Here comes Miles Weston now, playing a ball down the left-hand side. It's an optimistic one from Weston, and one that wasn't really well placed for Michael Cheek to latch onto. It goes out of play. It will be a throw to Aldershot. Talking to Miles Weston, to sign a player of that calibre, Mark, and for him to come in and be wowed by everything around him, from the people to the players to the setup, it speaks volumes of how far the club's come, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's got an amazing CV. We've tried to get him for 5-6 years, and we finally did it, but just based on his experience. But again, another experienced player around the building to influence the up and coming young pros and the academy players. He's a great person as well.
We've got more fan mail for you, Mark, you'll be pleased to hear. Ammo is a legend, great commentating, and shout out for your mum, love mama. And we've got Brian Smith tuning in.
Brilliant.
The cycling legend.
Oh, Smithy. Now that is a legend.
Very much so. Brian Smith tuning into the commentary. Brilliant stuff. Here's Jones for Aldershot, played back to Rowe now. Harries once more edging towards the halfway line here. Aldershot played out wide on the left now to Harfield, coming into the Bromley half and cutting inside. Finds Tetek now. Jones calls for it and receives it on the right hand side. Stokes is making the run ahead of him, and Weston there slides in, which is not a bad and not a difficult thing to do with the pitch the way it is.
It's hard to do that. He did very well. He's got to defend the ball and defend the runner. It's really, really difficult to do, and he did it brilliantly.
Interesting, Mark, in all seriousness, to see Olamola drop to the bench tonight. Louis Dennis coming in. It's a big opportunity for Louis tonight.
Yeah, good opportunity for Louis.
Crowhouse there, and Reynolds combining to clear as Josh Stokes looked to cause people a few problems inside the Bromley box there. Harries plays it back to Van Stappershoff. But if you're just joining us, as we just said there, 2 changes to the team tonight. Louis Dennis and Miles Weston coming in place of Olafella, Olamola and Byron Webster. Here's Tetek now to Jones. Tetek now, as Aldershot look to drive forward. Barham and Tolaj are ahead of him. He finds Tolaj on the edge of the box. Tolaj goes for the shot, is deflected, and it will go wide, and it will be another corner here to Aldershot on that far side of the ground.
That's why he's such a dangerous player, Tolaj. He's got one thing on his brain, and that shoot, that's attack. Every time he receives the ball, or every time he's on the move.
We've gone global again on the commentary tonight. Jamie's tuning in from Zagreb. Do let us know where you're tuning in from, everybody. Great to have you with us tonight. Here's Glover, now O'Keefe as the corner's taken short here. Harfield swings in a deep left-footed cross towards Harries at the back post, and he lets it run beyond him. Reynolds doing enough to put him off there, and a great bit of defending there from Callum Reynolds, who will now try and start a potential attack here for Bromley. He lays it off here for Topolodge. Crowhouse making the run through the middle. Here's Dennis on the left-hand side. Dennis driving forwards. Crowhouse wanted it earlier. He didn't get it. Dennis with a lovely crossfield ball there, looking for Weston, who takes it down with his chest and now drives forwards. He's got Passley ahead of him. Bodies arriving at the edge of the box. Here's Weston, and Weston balloons across wide there.
Shame, great counter-attack. Brilliant defending from Callum. Used his experience, took a beat, took a moment, lent it to Louis. Louis, switched the play. Just unlucky there on the final delivery.
Excellent work from Weston initially, just couldn't keep the delivery down, unfortunately. I've no doubt the conditions have got something to do with that.
But it just shows you that these look open on the counter.
Absolutely. Well, they certainly like to attack. Lots of goals scored.
I shouldn't say these. I meant Aldershot Town.
Your former club, Aldershot Town. Van Stappershoff with the clearance up towards Tolaj. It holds up in the wind. Tolaj flicks it onto Stokes. Reynolds stabs it away there. Harfield with the clearance away from where Louis Dennis was lurking. Barham with the header down. Whiteley intercepts and pokes it forward again. Kobe Rowe should get there ahead of Dennis and try and see this one out of play. Doesn't he? Goes back to the goalkeeper, Van Stappershoff, who plays it short to Harries. It's risky. It's just about worked out for Aldershot. And eventually they clear their lines. Topolodge battling with Stokes there. Topolodge comes off on top and hooks it through towards the run of Crowhouse, who picks it up here. Feeds it in towards Dennis. It might fall for Cheek. It doesn't fall for Cheek with the ricochet there. He was just a bit too far behind it, and then Bromley penalised there for a foul.
Yeah, it's a soft foul. Not from us. I thought it. Can't believe the ref gave that.
Welcome to David tuning in from Eastbourne. We've got Neil tuning in from Costa del Orpington. Well, I'm sure it's nicer weather conditions than we've got here. The wind is blowing very heavily indeed, and the rain is driving, and Van Stappershoff's clearance has just held up in the air and spun back into his own half there, which pretty much says it all about the conditions here at the moment. Glover with the ball round the corner there, looking for Harfield. It's well intercepted by Alex Kirk, who plays a ball over the top. And just saying that name there, Mark, Alex Kirk, that is something that, again, has developed in the past couple of years, the relationships with clubs like Arsenal and clubs higher up the pyramid.
They can see that what we're doing is professional, and it sort of mirrors everything that what the top clubs are doing. Therefore, they're looking at us now that we can develop and nurture, Premier League talent. And he's such, and again, but credit to Andy from his his time at Arsenal. What a kid Alex Kirk is.
Absolutely phenomenal, isn't he? Here's Harfield, as Aldershot looked to play out patiently from the back. The wind has died down just momentarily a little bit, and that's not saying too much in all honesty. Aldershot coming forwards here, Topolodge with a good interception, but it's still picked up by Stokes. Played through to Tetek now, Stokes back to Jones. Jones into O'Keefe, being pressured there by Crowhouse as they come away. Tolaj almost bundled off the ball by Crowhouse, but he holds on to it, plays it through there for Stokes, who's in a bit of space here. Arthurs with the initial challenge, and it's well challenged again by Callum Reynolds, who pokes it round the corner for Whiteley, and he plays it back to Weston. Weston trying to get away from Jones and does so.
Really good. You don't mind Tolaj dropping deep to get it. It's when he's around the 18-yard box.
Here's Stokes now as the ball falls into his path. Bit of a disappointing first touch. Topolodge with the clearance away. Slides in for the challenge there. Played round the corner here to Barham, who's in the box, and he goes for the early shot, Jack Barham, when perhaps he could have taken another touch before shooting, and drives it wide.
We're lucky there he chose to shoot.
We've got Martin, who's tuning in from Hayes Lane and currently out on a 10-mile run. Well, what a place to stop off. I think there is no better place to stop off, actually. And Oscar tuning in from the Houses of Parliament. We are really all over. We're global, Mark. I'm telling you, every week. Honestly, some of the places that people choose to... We had someone travelling over the Pacific on Saturday listening to us, which is brilliant.
It's outstanding.
Barham now trying to get it away from Topolodge down the left-hand side. He's driving forwards here. Topolodge gets in front of him and just manages to shepherd him off the ball momentarily. And Bromley have the decision here as Barham just slid in there. It's been a good battle up between Topolodge and Barham so far.
Well, all of the flow of the play is down this our left-hand side at the moment.
Drum Cannon is listening in from Donegal. Welcome. It will be a free kick to Bromley here, following that challenge from Jack Barham, who, as mentioned earlier, has featured for Bromley in the past. A short loan spell.
Yeah, we did.
From Barnet.
Back in 2017-18?
I think it was 18, yeah. 18-19 season. Grant Smith with the free kick upfield towards Cheekle. Rise for it. He flicks it on to Dennis, and he just couldn't keep it down, Dennis. He rose up well, but he just couldn't make a contact with it there.
Yes, the ball's going to slide through when you're kicking with the wind. That's why it's maybe better to play it on the angle. Clearance there from Kirk. Will be chased by Dennis. Van Stappershoff will come out of his box and clear it into the terrace there. Good bit of communication, Mark, from Grant Smith, who was aware of the threat of Jack Barham there. Alex Kirk wasn't. Good communication. Really good.
Here is Alex Kirk looking to potentially cross into the box. Instead, he finds Passley, who takes it beyond his man. Passley with the low cross. It's blocked by Glover, and it will be another corner to Bromley, who will be hoping for a slightly better outcome than the last one.
But that's where they're weak, on that right side. That's where we've had our attacks.
Evening to Dave tuning in. Thank you to all of you for joining us tonight. There are some hardy souls over there on the far side wearing black and white, who've braved the conditions. We're grateful to all of you for tuning in, and I'm sure some at Broomfield's Bar and Kitchen as well. Arthurs with the corner delivery again. It was Passley. Van Stappershoff just about holds onto it at the second attempt, and he rolls it out quickly to Tolaj, who's driving down the right-hand side here into the Bromley half now. Crowhouse covering him for the time being. Here's Stokes. Stokes with the crossfield ball.
Good defending with Crowhouse. Just delayed the counter. Just kept him one way and then allowed our players to recover.
It's the off ball, isn't it, with Ben as well, that has been so impressive this season. Harfield with the cross in towards Barham, who gets the header across the face of goal. Jones hooks it back into the penalty area. Barham's there again, and he misses the header. And Arthurs will try and get there ahead of Glover to clear. And Glover absolutely bundles Jude Arthurs to the floor there. And it will be a free kick to Bromley. And you can just see the danger again there. There was echoes with that header from Barham of the one Kwesi Appiah put in the back of the net on Saturday.
Yeah, similar situation.
Thank you.
Just got to keep working the ball out to Josh Passley. That's where they are. Glover's not tracking back. He's staying. He's trying. He's some wingers they'll sort of play half and half, and sort of he's worried about Alex Kirk joining the play. We can just keep feeding Josh one-on-one. I think we'll get through them.
Chris says, great work, Matt and Mark. Is there no end to Hamo's talents?
I can't cook or change a plug.
Evening to Kyle, who's tuning in from Cornwall, as Grant Smith takes the goal kick inside his own half, left-footed. Rowe misses it, and Dennis didn't gamble on it. It's through to Van Stappershoff in the box, who claims it, and he just needed to gamble there, Louis Dennis, in that situation.
But it's like I'm saying, because of the weather, if you play the ball on the angle, it's more likely you're gonna get a chance of getting through on those through balls.
Here's Harfield for Aldershot. Van Stappershoff with the clearance up towards Barham, who flicks it into Callum Reynolds, who rose well. Passley with a little touch there, but can only find O'Keefe, the skipper for the home side tonight. Now here's Harfield on the far side. Back to Harries as the East Bank begins to make a bit of noise again. Kobe Rowe with the clearance forward, under pressure there from Whiteley. Barham with the header to find Stokes. Stokes here to Jones. Jones back to Rowe, who will be chased by Michael Cheek, and he plays it back to the goalkeeper, who clears first time. Arthurs should pick it up, and he does pick it up on the halfway line. Holds onto it well. It bounced awkwardly for him there. Here's Crowhouse. Into Dennis. Dennis with the movement and the drop of the shoulder there. Plays it round towards Passley, and he just couldn't latch onto it there. It's all the way back with Van Stappershoff now. Aldershot looking to play out from the back with Harfield. Left-footed clearance upfield. And Alex Kirk there going into a challenge. Here's Jack Barham now running on the outside into the box. Gets ahead of Reynolds. Still
Brilliant,
Jack Barham.
Callum.
Brilliant defending from Reynolds to recover and make the block there. Here's O'Keefe storming into the box. Feeds it into Glover, who pulls it back across the face of goal. Reynolds again with a brilliant block. And Passley with the clearance. That's two bits of last-ditch defending.
You've seen, and in those situations, you've seen so many forwards just go down or buy the penalty. Callum was sensational there.
Here's Tetek now, and Stokes. Aldershot certainly the more attacking of the two sides in this first half. Here's Jones. Now Rowe, clipping the ball in, headed away by Topolodge, and Arthurs should be able to clear it further, and does. He smashes it upfield, all the way back through there to Van Stappershoff on the edge of his box. Here's Harfield now. Good evening to Isa and the family from New Jersey, the USA fan club, tuning in. Here's O'Keefe looking to bring it forward now, under pressure from Cheek, who just shoves him in the back there, and really and truly there is no appealing that one. It's a Stonewall free kick, unfortunately, to Aldershot. Taken quickly by Stokes to Harfield, looking to try and catch Bromley out here. Bromley staying alert to it. Here's O'Keefe as he makes his way into the box. Great challenge again from Arthurs. Passley to Cheek as Bromley look to come away. Now Whiteley with the ball round the corner there for Weston, who's going to take on Rowe here in a race, and there's only one winner there. It's Miles Weston round the left-hand side. Can he cross into the box? He can cross into the box there towards Cheek, and really and truly it's behind Michael Cheek and it's behind Louis Dennis, and that attack comes to an end. But it's great persistence from Weston to find Crowhouse now and win the ball back. Here's Dennis, edge of the box, into the box. Louis Dennis, can he get the shot away? No, not initially. Still going here as he's challenged back to Weston, twisting and turning here inside the Aldershot box, picked up by Whiteley. Now Weston again, who's onside. Weston with a brilliant cross in towards Arthurs, I think it was. Crowhouse on the edge of the box, heads it down to Passley.
Really clever, that.
Good pressure here from Bromley. It's Kirk now on the right-hand side. Clips in a ball towards Cheek, who chests it down. Now Passley goes for the effort, and it smashes across the face of goal and wide. And that's Bromley's best passage of attacking football. Mainly down there, Mark, to Miles Weston, and leaving Kobe Rowe for dead there.
Great reverse pass from Corey to set Curtis off on the counter, but great skill. I don't think he realised he had more time to cut into the box. But if he creates that angle, then the two or three new decisions open up rather than just to deliver early.
Ultimately, the delivery wasn't quite up to scratch, but Miles Weston's work rate certainly was. He went to win the ball back, and he charged down the clearance. Crowhouse then trying to work it back into the box, and it just doesn't work out for Bromley
it was
in
good
the end.
How he just sustained the pressure.
Long ball upfield from Rowe, headed away by Topolodge. Topolodge and Arthurs combine to play it back there to Grant Smith, who will be able to clear. AFC filed 2-0 up against FC Halifax Town. Of course, Bromley's next opponents on the road on Saturday as the ball's played forward there towards Crowhouse. It's a poor header from Harries. Harfield might get there, and he does well to read the situation, Ollie Harfield. Crowhouse closing down really well, and although he concedes the throw there, excellent work rate once again from the Bromley youngster. It's going to be a throw to Aldershot, and Harfield will be the man to take it here. As he takes his run up there, Harfield launches it forwards, flicked on by Glover, only into Josh Passley. Passley tries to take on Glover round the outside, and Glover just stands up strong there, doesn't let him through, and Passley runs it out of play for a throw-in. As we enter the half-an-hour mark, what's your verdict so far on this first half-an-hour of action?
Yeah, considering the weather, I think we've done extremely well. Defensively, look solid, look compact. You're gonna have to. They've continually got 3 or 4 runners running off your shoulders. Breaking here, they come again.
It's Barham as the ball's played through to him. Reynolds coming across the cover, but Barham gets the ball into the 6-yard box. Alex Kirk smashes it clear over towards us here.
We've got numbers in the box, good positioning. But these are a threat on the shoulder, and there's a continuous blindside runs. It's difficult to defend against.
Here's Rowe, the former Sutton United man. Now plays it back there to Harries. Harries with the ball into O'Keefe, and O'Keefe with an awkward ball back there to Harfield. Van Stappershoef comes out of his goal to smash it forwards back into the Bromley half. Callum Reynolds gets under it to head it away. And here comes Louis Dennis now, doing well there to position himself in front really of O'Keefe, or Tetek, I'm sorry, to win the ball back. Now it's back with Grant Smith on the edge of his box. Left-footed clearance upfield by Smith towards Cheek. Headed away by Harries. And Crowhouse will just see that out of play for a throw to Bromley, just inside the Aldershot half in front of the travelling support there. Speaking of support, Mark, home and away, it's been outstanding this season. And, of course, there have been some targets set now and some excellent promotional offers on for supporters to come and watch the side.
Yeah, the away support continually grows. Every week you've got the Ultras. And Project 30K is in full swing.
Tollage there with the ball in towards the box. It's played away by Weston. Excellent play from him. Crowhouse picks it up. Driving forward here.
Good.
Passley's making the run on the right-hand side. He feeds it into Passley, who picks it up. Clips across in towards Whiteley there, who picks it up. And the ball just escapes Corey Whiteley there. It just seems to be breaking down when the ball enters the box for Bromley at the moment.
Yeah, you're spot on, Matt. Just that final touch. And just that measure of pass or cross. Because of the conditions, I think if we just tighten up on those and just execute those better, these are very vulnerable at the back.
Alex Kirk with the clearing header there. It'll be met by the head of Crowhouse, who does well to get there ahead of Tetek. Here's Topolodge, but Tetek beats him to it, plays it down the line there. Reynolds should be able to see it there, back to Grant Smith, head of Jack Barham. You just see, Mark, as the ball rolls into Grant Smith there, the water spinning off it is quite something.
And that's the important thing is for us to just manage the half. Manage the conditions.
Here's Topolodge into Whiteley. Whiteley with the first time ball to Crowhouse in a little bit of space to play with here. Passley's ahead of him. Crowhouse finds Passley. Back to Crowhouse here as he ponders his next move. Dennis makes himself available. Crowhouse finds him and he returns the favour. As Bromley now have it with Dennis. Crowhouse again through to Whiteley. Whiteley round the corner, or he tried to flick it round the corner and he couldn't do so. Here's Tollage looking to clip it into Barham, and it's intercepted by Topolodge, who's going to drive forwards here. We know he likes to go on those runs as he plays it into Cheek. It was an excellent ball from Topolodge, and Cheek just couldn't get his body in the right position to receive it.
Really good build-up play, good patience. Good combination of short passes there, just to draw them out, and then be patient and find the gaps.
Terry's listening to the game whilst working from his taxi in London. Welcome, Terry. Here's Stokes now for Aldershot coming forward, and Jones now. Jones to Stokes again. We've got A5A Shot tuning in, an Aldershot fan. Welcome. Supporters of both clubs are welcome, of course. Here's Stokes. Playing it through there towards the run of Tolaj. Great opportunity, saved by Smith, and then tucked into the back of the net by Tolaj. And Aldershot Town have the lead here. He couldn't quite place it beyond Grant Smith initially, Laurent Tolaj, but he does at the second attempt. And Bromley find themselves behind in this first half.
Just for that one moment, like I said, those shoulders off the run and the blindside runs, they're really difficult to defend against. You've got to be able to see the player.
Well, disappointing for Bromley. As we enter the 36th minute, we find ourselves a goal down, and a flare has been thrown onto the pitch at the far end of the stadium, which I think is resulting in a bit of stewarding activity, shall we say, over there. And I think somebody is going to be having an early bus ride home, by the looks of it, as the referee has spotted it and has ordered it to be removed by the looks of it. But Aldershot take the lead here in the 36th minute. Laurent Tolaj with the goal. He ran through into the penalty area. Smith came out, tried to make himself big, but he managed to poke it under him and then make his way around and just slot it into the empty net. And Bromley find themselves a goal down.
Yeah.
And will get themselves back underway. Andy Woodman having a word there with Miles Weston after that goal went in. And Bromley have been effective on either side of the pitch, really, going forward. It's just the final ball that has lacked, and that final bit of decision making in the final third of the pitch. And the flare is being covered in sand now to stop it from doing any damage to anyone who picks it up. And looks like it will be safely removed from the pitch as we look to get things back underway. It's going to be Crowhouse to restart things, and Bromley are going to have to go again here. Crowhouse just waiting for the signal from the referee. It's taken back to Callum Reynolds. Bromley have got to now try and step up and get back into this game, as Tolaj has put Aldershot ahead. And they're not going to do it like that with a ball like that, unfortunately. Tolaj looking to get ahead of Topoloj again. He feeds it round the corner for Stokes. Stokes to Tolaj and back to Stokes, who flicks it back to Jones. Here's Rowe. Rowe to Harfield now. And now O'Keefe. Back here to Harries. And Harries to Kobe Rowe. As he plays it forwards to Tolaj, who holds onto it well. Plays it back to Kobe Rowe, who finds Tetek, intercepted there by Whiteley. Krause comes away with it. Now here's Dennis trying to come forwards. Dennis goes to ground. Nothing given. And he's not too happy about it. But play goes on. Here's Tolaj with the ball around the corner there, looking to pick out Barham. But Callum Reynolds is alert to it and picks it up. Callum Reynolds embarking on a run here, which is ended by Jack Barham, who now has the ball. Reynolds out of position somewhat. Barham driving in field, cutting it in towards Tolaj. Great opportunity that is. And Bromley were carved open at the back there. Tolaj couldn't quite connect with it, but that was a great chance.
Yeah, very good. But Topoloj did well. Had to go with him. He just did enough to put him off.
Here's Alex Kirk, as Bromley look to try and get back into this game in the first half.
Yeah, we just need to be a little bit sharp around the 18-yard box.
Here's Pasley.
There's a goal in this for us.
Now Crowhouse. Dennis back round the corner for Crowhouse. This is promising. Into the box. It's Ben Crowhouse goes for the shot, and it's blocked. He tried to place it, Ben Crowhouse, into the bottom corner, and just saw his effort blocked there. Weston and Cheek were arriving. If he wanted to go for the pass, he opted to go for the shot.
Yeah, great movement, great combination.
Just opened up for him, didn't it, there?
But again, it's their left-hand side.
It's going to be another corner to Bromley here. Jude Arthur's going over to take it.
Especially when we're building up in that area. The left-sided play, he ball watches. and he doesn't have the support with our third man run.
Clipped in there by Arthurs towards Kirk, and it evades everybody in the box in the end. Passley and Reynolds both coming out to try and get there. It's Reynolds into Crowhouse, who breaks into the box and just takes a heavy touch. And Kobe Rose smashes it out of play. It'll be a throw to Bromley. Opportunity for the long throw.
Like the water around that area. We've just got to get the measurement right of our touch, pass. And it is difficult in those conditions, Matt.
Now we've just seen a ball thrown into the stadium, which has disrupted Bromley's attempted throw-in, which will be taken by Miles Weston now. Potentially a long throw, or maybe not, as he finds Crowhouse. Back to Weston, close to the corner flag here. Weston into Dennis. Dennis to Crowhouse, back into Weston. That's lovely play. Here's Miles Weston across the face of goal for Cheek, and it's headed over the bar by Kobe Rowe. Good bit of pressure this from Bromley.
Really
It'll
good.
be another corner.
Just got to keep this up. Excellent combination play, brilliant from Westy.
And it'll be another corner. Jude Arthurs to have a go. It will be a right-footed effort. Plenty of shirts to pick from in the box. Only Whiteley staying back. Drilled effort this time as it falls towards Reynolds. It's cleared in the end by Aldershot. Whiteley and Stokes both go towards the ball. Stokes gets there first, and Rowe smashes it upfield towards Barham. Arthurs gets there to pick it up, and Passley picks it up, but it will be a stoppage in play here as a potential head injury to possibly Glover there in a challenge with Jude Arthurs, which was completely innocuous. But that's what Andy Woodman will want to see, that pressure mark towards the Aldershot goal.
Yeah, we've played well. We're playing well. We're just that final piece. But it's there.
Here's Crowhouse.
It's coming.
Into Whiteley. Whiteley edging towards the penalty area. Takes it onto his right. Finds Dennis, edge of the box. Dennis goes for the left-footed shot, and it's well wide in the end. He didn't connect with it, as he would have hoped. And
just keep believing. Don't get frustrated. You just got to believe and find the moment. Keep doing what we're doing.
It will be a goal kick to Aldershot, which there's certainly no rush to take, as Van Stappershoff waits for the ball to be thrown back to him. 43 minutes played here at the Ebb Stadium. Aldershot Town 1, Bromley 0. And it was Tollage with the goal in the 36th minute, which currently separates the two sides. Long ball forward there, looking for Barham, headed away by Callum Reynolds. Crowhouse battles for it in the middle. He doesn't win it, but he helps Arthurs to win it. And Arthurs still going here under pressure from two players. Topolodge gives it away. Here's Rowe. Rowe plays it back there to Harries. Harries with the clip ball forwards again, looking for Stokes. And this time the ball doesn't hold up. The wind is slowing somewhat here. The rain is still going, but the wind isn't quite as strong as it was at the start of this first half.
Tops just needs to find someone's feet, just to get back in credit.
Topolodge with the throw, headed down by O'Keefe, picked up by Whiteley. Whiteley finds Cheek. Cheek's being held back there by Rowe, and the decision is given Bromley's way. As Cheek goes down on the halfway line there, it will be a free kick to Bromley. And the referee, Ruben Ricardo, wants a word with Michael Cheek here, as he's not too happy.
And that's where some of the gaps in their back line are coming from. Kobe Rowe's so worried about Cheeky, he's going with him everywhere.
And Michael Cheek has been shown a yellow card here following that exchange with the referee, Ruben Ricardo. Callum Reynolds was called over to try and calm the situation down, but Michael Cheek really unhappy about that there. I think he's trying to say his shirt was being pulled, and maybe not for the first time. It will be a free kick to Bromley just inside their own half. It looks like Arthurs is going to try and pump this forward for Bromley. And he does so in towards the penalty area there. Passley's making the run. It's headed away by Glover to the edge of the box. Weston will rise for it and heads it into the box. Headed away by Glover. Comes to the edge of the box again. Still battling for it is Callum Reynolds, and it's hooked away in the end by Harries. Arthurs winning it back there on the halfway line for Bromley and battling. to try and keep possession there. It will be a throw to Aldershot here as Bromley's time is running out in this first half. We'll soon see the allocated injury time at the end of this half. But it's a big half-time break for Bromley, who have not played badly at all tonight. 3 minutes of injury time at the end of this first half. Here's Harries. And now Harfield playing it forwards. Alex Kirk with the header away. Picked up by Michael Cheek, who lets it run in the end for Dennis. Dennis hooks it back there to Pasley. And
It's okay, we're here.
A free kick to Bromley for the initial foul on Dennis. I thought the referee might play on, given that Pasley had picked up the ball.
Oh dear. I can only assume it's quite windy there where Matt and Mark are. It's still 1-0 to Aldershot. We've got the half-time scores coming up. You might have heard that it's 3 minutes added on time, and we're literally waiting for Matt Hall to jump in here, continuing the commentary of the first half of Aldershot Town versus Bromley. It's Aldershot Town 1, Bromley FC 0. And of course, when the half-time is announced, we will bring you the rest of the half-time scores in the Vanarama National League.
Up themselves a free kick, a minute and a half into this additional 3 minutes. Maybe time for one more attack for either side in this first half, but currently it's Aldershot Town 1, Bromley 0 here. Van Stappershoff coming out to the left-hand side to take this free kick. Tommy Widrington, the Aldershot manager, barking instructions at his team as it's cleared upfield there. Headed away by Reynolds in the end, who had Jack Barham at close quarters. Played through by Crowhouse to Cheek, who turns away really well from Rowe. Tries to play it into Dennis. Dennis gets there, but he can't hold on to the ball. Driving forward now is Harfield. And here's Jones. O'Keefe.
Cheeky's got a quickly problem to solve. Rowe's going with him everywhere.
Reynolds there, putting his foot through the ball, clearing out field towards Cheek. Cheek flicks it on, can Whiteley make the run? And Michael Cheek penalised there for, well, I don't really think he did an awful lot wrong. But of course the fans around us chanting for him to be sent off. He is on a yellow card, Michael Cheek, jumping for the ball there to try and head it. And Louis Dennis has now been booked as well for a conversation with the referee, we'll say. It's clear Bromley's front two are a little bit frustrated at the moment. After some promising attacks in this first half, the final ball and that final decision has just been a little bit lacking, and that's the difference, I think, at this point. Aldershot take the free kick quickly, probably knowing that they're going to have to take it again, and more time will be eaten up here in injury time at the end of this first half. Van Stappershoff getting ready to take it as he steps up to the ball, strikes it right-footed over the top. The half-time whistle goes. Mark, what do Bromley need to do in the second half?
Don't get frustrated. Keep believing what we're doing. You know, like we've now picked up 2 yellows through not challenges, not tackles. It's through verbal for the referee. Just don't get frustrated. Keep believing what we do. We've had more crosses, more chances than Aldershot. Just that one moment there, Callum was just flat-footed and allowed the run off his shoulder. For Talage to get through. It's just that's it really. Don't get frustrated. Keep believing. I think it'd be a different game coming in. There's a little bit of a hill with this. I always say when I played here, coming down here, it'll be a different game.
That's the voice of Mark Hammond, Bromley FC CEO. Mark, thank you so much for joining me in that first half. Half-time here.
Vanarama National League.
The Vanarama National
here
League
at the Stadium.
halftime
Bromley
scores.
Field 2, FC Halifax Town 0. Oldham Athletic 0. Barnet 0. Hartlepool 0. Kidderminster 0. Chesterfield 1, Woking 0. Dagenham and Redbridge 0, Dorking Wanderers 0. Oxford City 0, York City 1. Maidenhead United 0, Ebbsfleet United 0. And those are your Vanarama half-time scores in the National League. On Bromley FC, Matchday Away Live, featuring, well, coming up, second half commentary. Technology prevailing and the wind blowing in the right direction. So we're waiting to hook back up there with Matt Hall and whoever he happens to have in the commentary box. We heard from Bromley's very own CEO there with Matt Hall. I think the first time in the commentary or the co-commentator's position there. And it's at this point we wish Dave Mellowish a very speedy recovery. All right.
Here is the weather for the Bromley area for this evening and tonight. Good evening. Rain showers continuing this evening and tonight. The overnight low will be 11 degrees. Sunrise tomorrow, Wednesday the 24th of January, will be at 7:50 a.m. and will be dry and overcast. The expected daytime high will be 11 degrees.
The Spencer Davis Group being very definitive about his gender. I'm a man. Well, a lot of people were in them days back in the 60s, weren't they? From what I understand. All right, we're looking to hook back up with Matt Hall there at Aldershot Town to bring a second half commentary there from there. And we're going to try and make the connection. Providing connections and the wind and all that's blowing in the right direction. Yes, I think they could be there now.
Well, everybody, welcome back here to Bromley FC Live for the second half coverage of this match between Aldershot Town and Bromley in the Vanarama National League. My name is Matt Hall, your commentator for this evening, and as per the first half, delighted to be joined by a special guest on tonight's show, and that's Mark Hammond, Chief Executive Officer of Bromley Football Club. Mark, you've been chatting to some people from your past in the boardroom, actually, in your footballing career.
Yeah, I've just caught up with my old gaffer, Terry Brown, who's now the Director of Football at Aldershot, and he just politely said to me, Hamo, nights like this, you would have been dropped. I said, thanks, gaffer.
Didn't fancy it in the cold. Well, the rain is continuing, and the wind has picked up a little bit since the end of that first half. We're back underway, and there's been a change at the break from Andy Woodman. James Vennings has come on to replace Miles Weston. What do you think about that one, Mark?
Yeah, I can see it. We just need to put our foot on the ball just a little bit more, just to build our rhythm. They leave so many spaces, and we did in moments there. We cut through them and built wide and put the ball in the box. And Venno should give us that.
Former Aldershot Town player James Vennings, before he came to Bromley, as it's played upfield by Smith towards Cheek. Cheek flicks it on towards Dennis. Vennings trying to win it back in the middle of the park. Arthurs gets a foot on it but can't keep hold of it. Glover with the header forward there round the corner, which Kirk misjudges, and Jack Barham gets in there and nips in ahead of Alex Kirk. He does well to get his foot to the ball to half clear it. Falls to Stokes on the edge of the box, who goes for the shot. Vennings with the block. Stokes at the second attempt. Vennings again with the block, and it comes for Dennis now. Crowhouse, as Bromley look to try and break here, falls to Arthurs. Arthurs will try and play it down the line here. Cheek making the run. Glover, though, with an easy interception as it's played forwards there. Round the corner again from Jack Barham there, whose movement has been good tonight. Here's Kirk as Arthurs again comes across to win the ball back for Bromley. He's done well at that tonight.
Yeah, he's very good. Very good. But Jack, he's like a wasp. He doesn't let centre halves breathe.
Here's Arthurs, who's looking to pick out a teammate here as he drives forward. Finds Passley. Passley trying to take it around Harfield. Passley still going here as he tries to get the ball in. It's blocked by Harfield. Played back to Vennings. Or Arthurs even. Getting my players mixed up there. And Passley is offside with that return ball from Jude Arthurs, which brings that one to a very swift end.
Yeah, if we keep working the ball to pass, Harfield, Glover doesn't get back in. He leaves him isolated. Whether he's told tactically to do that, to leave him one-on-one, but it's an opportunity then to double up and create an overload, work the ball in the box.
Clearance from Van Stappershoff is headed away by Kirk. Header forward there towards Barham, who is in an offside position, and despite a good bit of movement there to shift it onto his right foot on the edge of the box and create some space, a little opening, the offside flag has been raised by the assistant referee on the far side. It will be a free kick to Bromley midway inside their own half. Grant Smith eyeing this one up. If you're just joining us, James Vennings has come on for Bromley in this second half to replace Miles Weston. Ball is played up towards Cheek. It ricochets off Michael Cheek to Josh Pasley, who tries to find Arthurs, and he does so at the second attempt. Arthurs getting away from Tetek, but can't keep hold of the ball. Here comes Stokes now as a bit of space opens up.
It's just Venno's gone in there, and Corey Whiteley's now gone into the wing-back position.
Here's Harries now, playing it to Tetek. And he finds Glover. Glover advancing down the left half field in support there. Glover goes alone, skips beyond Arthurs, goes for the shot. Good save by Grant Smith. Header at the back post from Tollage is into the arms of Grant Smith, with Jack Barham lurking in front of him once again on the edge of that 6-yard box. Now Bromley look to attack from the off. Kirk to Dennis. Dennis now to Arthurs. Arthurs with the ball over the top for Pasley, which he hooks on. Michael Cheek will chase it. Harfield should get there first and does. And he clears his lines. Ollie Harfield. Alex Kirk will pick up that clearance on the halfway line and play it into Crowhouse. Crowhouse round the corner. The ball is a bit lacking in the end.
Yeah, he just needs to tidy it up then.
And Arthurs and Pasley getting either side there of Ryan Glover, who tried to run through, and it was Arthurs who blocked him off. Mark, a second change within 4 minutes of the second half. Olamola coming on.
Yeah. Just looking to see who for. Could be Louis.
Here's Rowe.
Could be Ben.
Now Harries. Andy Woodman making a quick double change by the looks of it here, as the ball is held up there. Crowhouse. Potentially one to come off, or maybe Louis Dennis, will see. Aldershot attacking at the moment. As Crowhouse wins the ball back there momentarily. Picked up again. Here's O'Keefe. O'Keefe turning away. O'Keefe again. Played back there to Rowe. And now Harries, Michael Cheek closing him down. Harries skips away from Cheek and into the Bromley half on one of those runs as he plays it there. Into Glover now, receiving the ball from Tollage. Harfield making the run on the overlap. Glover going alone at the minute, getting it onto his right foot, and he drags the shot wide at the near post of Grant Smith's goal. But it's Aldershot who are doing all of the attacking so far in the first 5 minutes of this second half. Bromley yet to really have a break forward. It will be Jude Arthurs coming off, Mark. Interesting one.
Yeah, that must be.
The substitution for Bromley in the 51st minute. Coming off number 20, Jude Arthurs.
Arthurs is off. Alan Dunn having conversations there with James Vennings. Olafella Olamola is coming on. So certainly an attacking change of shape there, Mark, by the looks of it.
Yeah. Yes. Brave, really like it. But it's just, you see Glover there just on that opportunity. That's the other side to him. He wants to tease you and draw you to come inside and get his shot off. Just got to keep him one way.
Kirk with a ball which is pretty lacklustre, being totally honest. And he's a little bit frustrated with that one as it spins out of play. Bromley yet to really test Van Stappershoff in the Aldershot goal. That said, Grant Smith only with 1 or 2 saves to make. It's been fairly close, this one, but Aldershot are on top at the moment. Bromley have to do something about that in this second half. As the throw is taken, Tollage. Crowhouse getting there ahead of Josh Stokes and feeds it across the pitch to Topolodge, who's in a bit of space here to work it into the Aldershot half. He finds Whiteley. Whiteley looking for options. Finds Olamola. His first touch of the evening. Whiteley to Olamola. Whiteley again. with the ball round the corner for Crowhouse. Lovely ball. Crowhouse with a low ball in. It might fall for Cheek. It might fall for Passley. It falls for Passley and it's blocked. And the two of them there, Cheek and Passley, just couldn't decide who was going to have the shot. And perhaps unselfishness has cost Bromley a bit there.
See, now you've got Ben and Louis making those runs. It'll open them up even more. That was a really good opportunity.
It was a great ball, and Harfield...
But great defending.
Indeed. Harfield just couldn't stretch and get to the ball before it reached Passley.
Yeah, maybe he should have taken it with his left.
Here's Kirk for Bromley. To Dennis. Dennis into Vennings. Back towards Dennis, and it's a poor ball. And now Aldershot can break away on a counter-attack. It's Tollage running at Callum Reynolds here. Playing it through for Barham, who's in on goal into the penalty area. Jack Barham goes for an early shot, blocked by Topolodge. Brilliant defending. Still Barham, though, it's still alive as he clips it in. And it's held well by Grant Smith. Excellent defending from Topolodge.
Here we go.
Has saved Bromley there, who look to counter-attack now with Olamola. On the right-hand side, just slows it down there, feeds it back to Kirk. Bromley were left open at the back there with that attack. The driving run from Tollage.
Great
bodies were committed forward. Certainly more open game now with the change, isn't it? Here's Vennings.
The introduction of Venno.
Now Kirk. Kirk with a ball in towards the back post, headed away.
Just maybe should have slipped past there. Pass was in.
Glover with the clearance to Tollage, who holds up the ball so well. He's driving forward again. Stokes is in acres of space on the right if he can find him. Tollage going alone here, playing it through to Barham on the edge of the box, who goes for the shot and he just couldn't connect with it. But Aldershot are kind of shooting at will a little bit here at the moment. Bromley need to try and tighten up a little bit. But that said, as we've already said, when you make an attacking change...
Yeah, you're pushing numbers forward. You know, obviously we've got to go and push for the goal.
Kirk with the ball forwards, headed away by Glover. Nice bit of headed play there from O'Keefe, finds Glover again. Vennings with the challenge on Tollage. Cleared away by Kirk there. Vennings back to Kirk once more as Bromley look to try and break away from a tight area, a congested area of the pitch here. It's picked up by Callum Reynolds. Crowhouse driving forwards here. Finds Whiteley.
Just look at that switch there, look.
Whiteley to Dennis. Dennis to Vennings.
There you go.
Here's Passley. Passley to Vennings again. Dennis once more. Back to Vennings again.
It's good.
Dennis, Aldershot's shape is frustrating Bromley a bit here.
If you look.
Here's Dennis again. Dennis runs into trouble there, and a foul is awarded. I think it's probably a little bit of a soft one, but Bromley will take that, and it's an opportunity from a set piece.
That evens it up. We had a soft one, not given
We've
to
had a
us
couple,
in the,
haven't
in the
we?
first
Yeah.
half, so.
It's going to be James Vennings on his return from injury to take this set piece. 55 minutes on the clock. Aldershot Town 1, Bromley 0. Tollage with the goal on 36 minutes. Clipped in the free kick by Vennings. The wind holds it up a bit. Reynolds with the flick on. In towards Cheek, who can't quite get there. And it's good defending in the end from Rowe, who just got in front of Cheek and took the sting out of the header. Van Stappershoff rolls it out. Here's Jones. Jones has to play it back there to O'Keefe. 2 changes made already in this second half by Andy Woodman. James Vennings replacing Miles Weston. And Louis Dennis coming off. Not Louis Dennis. Jude Arthur's coming off in place of Olafella Olamola, who started on the substitutes bench for the first time in quite a while. Here's Tetek and now Stokes. Back to Tetek. Dennis tries to get in the way. He can't. Tollage playing it through there for Stokes. It's opening up here as it's threaded through for Barham at the angle. Gets the ball in towards Tollage in the box. He can't get the shot away. Passley's trying to clear it, and eventually Whiteley puts his foot through it to clear up front. Headed back in there by Harries, and that'll go all the way through to Grant Smith as the wind seems to have picked up again, and the rain is actually driving even quicker.
It's dangerous what they do. That like their ball speed around the back. It's slow. The moment it breaks the line, it speeds up, and their movement speeds up.
Here's Olamola feeding it into Dennis. Cheek is in the box. Hasley's arriving. Dennis goes for the cross, which is blocked. And that'll be a corner to Bromley, and Jones is feeling the effects of that block by the looks of it. As he appears to be winded, or maybe something else, by that ball there. But that's what Bromley need to do, isn't it?
Just keep creating those overloads in the wide area. If you look at Kobe Rowe, he's so worried and focused on Cheeky. And it's actually, where Cheeky goes, he follows him. It's leaving such big gaps in the middle.
Vennings to take this corner. The wind is blowing. Crowhouse and Whiteley staying back as Barham and Stokes camp themselves further afield in case of a counter-attack. It's going to be Vennings once the referee, Ruben Ricardo, is happy. He's having a chat to Josh Pasley and Geordie van Stappershoff at the minute. I'm not quite sure what that chat was about.
You need to be careful of the delivery, that it doesn't get lost in the wind.
It's not an easy thing to do in these situations, is it? It will be James Vennings who delivers it in. It's
Brilliant.
a good delivery.
Oh,
it's punched away. It'll
you
come
go.
to Dennis. Opportunity to
Oh.
shoot. Great block. Here's Reynolds,
Yes!
who fires it into the back of the net. And
Get
Callum
in there.
Reynolds has 2 goals in 2 games, both against his former club. This time he scores at the Ebb Stadium against Aldershot Town, and Bromley a level, Mark Hammond.
Oh, spot on. What a delivery. Like we said, you could in these conditions, you don't want the ball getting lost in the air. It was a beautiful delivery. Put the keeper under pressure. Fell to Louis. Louis, the keeper's done tremendous to block save it, but Callum's, I don't think you realise how good that lift is. Such a clever, intelligent lift into the net. Brilliant goal.
We said on Saturday it's a collector's item, a goal from Callum Reynolds. Andy said he wanted more goals from his centre-backs, and then Callum goes and does that.
I know.
Well, game on now.
Here we go.
Half an hour left to play in this one. Callum Reynolds fires Bromley level. It was a great save initially from Van Stappershoff to deny Louis Dennis. Good defending, bodies on the line from Aldershot, but nobody could prevent Callum Reynolds from feeding off scraps, really, on the edge of the 6-yard box. Just smashed it into the roof of the net, and there was no stopping that one. Throw in taken by Harfield.
But it also came from creating those overloads in the wide area. That is where they're weak and vulnerable. Louis being Louis.
Callum Reynolds now on the ball as the rain picks up further. Is Vennings now into Dennis. Dennis takes it down well. Finds Olamola. Back to Dennis. Now Vennings. Olamola.
Good.
Bromley trying to keep the ball here.
Yeah,
Reynolds to Vennings. Alex Kirk making a run down the right-hand side, and he's picked out by James Vennings, who returns it to him now. Olamola with an opportunity to get a ball into the box. It's blocked.
Unlucky.
And it was the right idea, certainly. And Callum Reynolds there with a challenge on Jack Barham. Jack Barham screams and goes down.
Yeah, he's milking it there, as you would do.
And I think you're absolutely spot on there, Mark. That is a little bit theatrical.
But with the new law, he's got to tell him.
2 goals in 2 games for Callum Reynolds, and both against former clubs. Boreham Wood on Saturday, and now Aldershot Town here at the Ebb Stadium. And it's finally poised now at a goal apiece here.
See, this is what I find ironic. With the new law, the refs are told that it's up to them. But if they want to go off, the physio can come on, but they have to leave the field of play. But he's laid there on the floor. The refs are entitled to play.
Interesting.
It is. It's that grey area of this new law.
Tolaj with a lovely bit of footwork, goes for an effort from distance, and with the wind blowing the way it is, you can understand that. It sails over the crossbar in the end, but his movement, Mark, and his ability to hold up the ball and then quickly turn and drive at the defence has been really impressive tonight.
Got one thing on his brain. Just attack, shoot. Really dangerous player.
A former teammate of Todd Miller during his days at Brighton and Hove Albion, where the pair played together in the Seagulls under-23 squad.
He's one of the best I've seen in the league this season, or over the past couple of seasons, receiving the ball on the half turn, and his touch sets him up for the attack.
Here's Topolodge with the ball forward, looking for the run of Ben Crowhouse there. It's intercepted by Kobe Rowe, put out a play for a throw. Here's Louis Dennis now. And now Callum Reynolds. And actually, Mark, an interesting point. We haven't really seen Cheek, Dennis and Olamola play together really at all until now. Or very briefly, maybe. But it's an interesting prospect, isn't it?
Yeah.
3 very different forward players. Here's Stokes. It's the defensive players who will have to be alert now. Stokes playing it through there, looking for the run of Tolaj. And the referee has given a free kick here. And it's right on the edge of the box. And it was a challenge, I think, from Callum Reynolds, who is going to receive a card of some sort here. And it's a yellow card for Callum Reynolds. He's the third to go into the book of the evening. But this is a brilliant opportunity for Aldershot Town here on the edge of the box. Again, it's Tolaj causing those problems.
Yeah, but he's again, he's very clever. Obviously, I'm going to be biased, but I think that's soft. I think Callum's he's running like the line of his run, and he's blocked him. But Tolaj has just used his body and put his hands up, animated it, and bought the free kick.
Opportunity for Aldershot Town. It's right on the edge of the D, just outside the penalty area here. And it's a great opportunity, particularly in this wind and this driving rain. It's really difficult for the defences and the goalkeepers. And in situations like this, the ball can really go anywhere. Doesn't matter how you strike it.
Yeah, but
the ball may take a very different path to what's intended, actually, by the free kick taker. Ryan Glover's standing over it. Tolaj is standing over it. Harfield's there as well. There's a bit of pushing and shoving between Tolaj and Josh Pasley, with the referee having his back turned at this point. And he's ordering the players to step away from one another. But a little bit of pushing and shoving there, a bit of preamble before this free kick's taken. It's surely going to be an effort on goal here. It's going to be either what looks like Glover with the right foot or potentially Tolaj with the left. Harfield is there also as a left-footed option. Bromley have a 5-man wall. Josh Pasley,
5 in the wall.
Few yards either side as well.
Looks like
Grant Smith crouches down. It will be Glover who goes for goal, and it's a brilliant save by Grant Smith, who tips it around the post. Excellent stop, Mark.
Because that had obviously the great pace, great technique, but it also had the wind with it. It's a really good save. I'm actually surprised Glover took it. I thought it was Tolaj because
it was Glover, yeah.
It looked like Tolaj was going to go round the wall.
Corner's taken short. It's played into Glover, who took it, edges into the box there, looks to find Stokes. Stokes gets the ball beyond Pasley and into the side netting. It will be another corner to Aldershot Town, who are putting Bromley under a bit of pressure here. And we've seen them prove dangerous from these corners. It's taken short again. Harfield with the cross in, headed away by Topolodge, but it holds up in the air. Olamola will try and clear it here. He can't do so. He does so very well at the second attempt, smashes it out. Picked up by Jones on the halfway line, who scuffs his effort. Dennis with an opportunity to pick it up here, and Dennis can't connect with it either. Played back there towards Jones. Michael Cheek might cause a problem here for the goalkeeper. And the foul's given against Michael Cheek, who is on a yellow card and needs to be a little bit careful here. Van Stapashov and Michael Cheek colliding. They're having a little chat now. It all looks fairly amicable.
Good refereeing.
79 visiting fans tonight. Fair play to all of them who've made the journey. It's nasty conditions out there.
We've also got the beanbag in Broomfield.
Yes, shout out if anyone's listening to us in Broomfields. And thank you to all of you who've attended there as well. It's great being able to facilitate that, isn't it, Mark, on the Tuesday nights?
It is a great evening.
If you haven't been to one, make sure you do. The Tuesday night away games, if you can't make them, get down to Broomfields Bar and Kitchen. It's well worth it. And enjoy the game with fellow Bromley supporters and a pint in your hand. Why not? As Van Stapashov's resulting free kick from just outside his penalty area is out of play for a throw to Bromley on the left-hand side. As we enter the 67th minute here, Bromley have one change.
What have we got on the clock?
67, Mark. Would you be thinking about a final change at the minute or not just yet?
It'll be pitching the moment now where to go and get the winner. They're just building some rhythm.
Mitchell Bergkamp, Byron Webster and Kasper Orlowski, the remaining substitutes. The latter, of course, is a goalkeeper. Ball ricochets there into Callum Reynolds' path, which is quite fortunate in the end. Reynolds clipping it forward there for Cheek to try and hold it up for Dennis. It might work its way around to Passley. It doesn't. It's cleared. And Alex Kirk will have to hook it away, which he does, but it's straight back into the head of Glover. Picked up by Crowhouse there. Bromley trying to clear their lines here with James Vennings now. Playing it in. Blocked. Stokes picks it up. Now Tollage is going to go on one of those darting runs again as he feeds it into Barham. Excellent play. Barham with the effort, and another top save from Grant Smith, who gets down to his left and tips it wide.
It's another good save by Grant. Great positioning. If you watch his footwork there as Barham receives the ball, he just closed the angle off for him.
Harfield with the floated ball, and Reynolds has to head it behind. Sorry to interrupt you there, Mark, but it's another corner.
Yeah, they're just building some rhythm.
They've got a little bit of momentum here, Aldershot, following that period where Bromley scored, and a bit of possession and pressure. It's Aldershot now who are applying the pressure. Corner taken short again. Low ball to the edge of the box. Harry's with the effort, and he scoops it well over the crossbar there. A well-worked move in the end, but not quite the finish that Kean Harries will have been hoping for. And Bromley have themselves a goal kick, and I guess, Mark, just a chance to regroup a bit after that period of pressure.
Yeah, just manage the game now. Manage these moments.
Can't blame Grant Smith for taking the goal kick short there to Callum Reynolds. Reynolds clips it forwards, looking for Cheek. The wind holds it up, but Cheek heads it on really well to Louis Dennis. Dennis tries to hook it to Passley, and Glover knocks it out of play there. It will be a throw to Bromley, who have just gained a little bit of territory there, if anything. Throw in to be taken by Passley. Passley gets ready to take and finds Dennis. Here's Olamola looking to turn away, holding onto the ball there, closing down Harfield and forcing the clearance, forcing the throw in there. As Oldham Athletic currently 2-0 up against Barnet in the National League. Another score for you there. It will be a throw here to Aldershot, and Bromley have got to try and box them in here. As we've seen, they've been very effective on the counter-attack in this game. Throw-in will be taken here by Harfield. Every single Bromley player, other than Grant Smith, is camped in the Aldershot half at the moment. Throw-in to be taken by Harfield. And we are just still waiting for that one as it comes in. Dennis heads it out of play, and it will be another throw to Aldershot here, who gain a bit of territory. Thank you to all of you tuning into us here on Bromley FC Live. My name is Matt Hall. I'm joined by Bromley FC CEO Mark Hammond tonight as our special guest on the commentary. And we are 70 minutes into this one at the Ebb Stadium. Aldershot Town 1, Bromley 1. Here's Tetek now being hassled by Olamola, who does well to challenge him. He can't quite win the ball.
Great back pressing from an energy from fella there.
Here's Kobe Rowe playing it forward there. It breaks away to O'Keefe, who springs the ball forwards here, looking for Barham, who takes it down on his chest, and Passley is really quick there to get in and clear the ball. The header is missed by O'Keefe, headed back only to Cheek. Olamola might get there, he doesn't. Crowhouse, though, with a ball forward, which was cut out there. Really I think close. It was Harries who cut it out. And Bromley commit a foul there. It's Topolodge with a little shove there on Tollage. And that ball from Crowhouse was excellent. It was a good block from Harries. Cheek would have been in there.
Yeah.
Here's Glover with the ball into the edge of the box, and Tollage played back to Stokes. It evaded Louis Dennis, that one. Here's Harfield now. Back to Tetek. Driving forward still, Aldershot. Tetek now with a bit of space to play with. Cuts in. Puts it off Louis Dennis and out of play for yet another corner kick. Bromley are weathering a little storm here in more ways than one. Glover making his way over to take it, and just as I say that, the wind and the rain seems to die down a little bit. It's been very up and down tonight, mainly up. Corner taken short once more. Harfield with a very deep cross there. Reynolds is unable to clear it, and eventually it's struck goalwards by Harries, but again over the bar this time, and Bromley survive. 72 minutes on the clock here now at the Ebb Stadium. Aldershot Town 1, Bromley 1. Aldershot taking the lead through Lawrence Hollage on 36 minutes. Callum Reynolds equalising just shy of the hour mark for Bromley against his former club, and 2-2 for him. Topolodge finds Dennis. Bromley still inside their own half here. Topolodge cutting inside, going on one of those runs we know he loves. Coming through the middle here, and he's brought down Topolodge, but the referee plays advantage here as it's flicked into the path of Vennings, and now Passley. Vennings and Kirk making a run on the overlap.
Great ball.
Great ball in from Passley, and Cheek tries to rise for it in the centre of the box, and he just couldn't connect with it. Passley going for the cross, and
Really
it was a really good
ball.
one.
Just lent it in there.
Here's Whiteley now, feeding the ball to Olamola. Olamola back out to Whiteley. Crowhouse making the run on the overlap. It's a lovely ball from Whiteley. Here goes Crowhouse, and he's challenged there. Crowhouse wins the ball back though. Heavy touch though, but he wins it back again. Excellent play from the Bromley youngster. Here's Vennings into Olamola on the edge of the box. Olamola trying to find Dennis. Dennis with the close control. Tries to work a situation where anyone can have a shot. Aldershot have made that difficult tonight. Here's Whiteley. Back to Dennis again. Dennis to Olamola. Back to Topolodge. I think he's going to try and drive into the box here.
Yeah,
he does. Receives it again. Topolodge in towards Passley. It might fall here for Cheek. It's Michael Cheek who goes for the shot. It's blocked. Might come for Olamola. It's cleared away. Alex Kirk picks it up. Can he get into the box here? Kirk plays it in towards Passley. It might fall for Cheek again, and he just couldn't turn and get there in time. It seemed to go in slow motion there, but now it's Aldershot on the counter-attack. It's another through ball looking for Jack Barham from Tolage. Barham will chase it. It's a little bit in front of him, but he gets there. Whiteley does really well to win the ball back from him there, and Callum Reynolds clears upfield towards the halfway line. Cheek looks to flick it down. He can't do so. It comes to Harries, who's running towards the penalty area here. Now Glover. End-to-end football at the moment.
Yeah.
The game has opened up, hasn't it?
Just need to be careful if we release Alex Kirk into those wide areas. Venno can't be edge of the box. He's got to swing round and protect the space that Kirky leaves.
Well, that was all a bit calamitous there, as the ball that was scuffed in the air back towards Grant Smith has allegedly gone out of play. Smith, I think, thought it took a deflection and opted to try and keep it in play. But it's a gift of a corner really here for Aldershot. These windy conditions are certainly having an impact. And Aldershot have, I think, their 100th corner of the second half here. I don't think I'm too far off with that number, actually. But Bromley will have to weather another storm here. It's another short one as well. It's taken to Glover. Stokes in the box. Goes down under a challenge from Passley. Bromley look to come away with Crowhouse now. Crowhouse driving down this side, and he's bundled there by Harfield, who just gets enough of a touch to just throw Ben Crowhouse off the ball there, and it'll be a throw-in to Bromley. And now we're seeing both sides who really want to attack here and try and win this game. Neither side is settling for the draw at the moment. Kirk through to Olamola. Olamola couldn't keep hold of the ball. O'Keefe driving through challenges. Dennis is there with an interception. Here's Tetek now. Through to Tolage. Tolage with a questionable ball, which will be picked up. Will it by Whiteley? No. Rowe and Tetek combine well to keep it in Aldershot possession. Jones with the ball forwards now to Stokes, who goes for an early cross, and it's blocked behind for the 101st corner for Aldershot of the second half. It's another good bit of defending from Bromley, but another corner and set-piece opportunity for Aldershot. We've got a game on our hands, haven't we, Mark?
It's really... Both teams, they're on the hunt, they're on the search for the winning goal. Typical Tuesday night.
It is. Football under floodlights. There's something about it, especially in this sort of conditions as we're seeing here. It will be Harfield to deliver the corner this time, and this time it won't be short. The corner is delivered in. It's an in-swinger, and it's headed goalwards off the post by Tolage and cleared away. What a chance that is. Opportunity to put the ball back in the box. Tolage with the effort off the post. Bromley survived, and they might be able to attack
Grant
now.
got a pan to that.
He may well have done. Maybe a save from Grant Smith. Here's Alex Kirk with the clearance up towards Cheek, headed down by Tetek. Aldershot are just unrelenting at the moment. Bromley are trying to break away. Aldershot parked in the Bromley half as we speak. 77 minutes played, still 1-1 here at the Ebb Stadium. Tolage hitting the post. I think you may be right there, Mark. I think Grant Smith may have got the slightest touch to that with his right hand. Here's Stokes. Tetek now. Harfield. And here's Rowe. Harries on the ball again here, Cian Harries, as he plays a long ball over the top there again, looking for Tollage, and this time the offside flag is raised, and it didn't matter anyway, as Tollage could not control the long ball forward, which is not something we've often said tonight.
No, it's just their play round. Very good at what they do. Very measured. Weight of pass. That moment, they wait for that moment, the run, and then they speed the pass up.
Here's Crowhouse now into Dennis as Bromley look to attack. Dennis feeds it out wide to Passley. Passley taking on Glover. Good. Passley gets away from him. He's still going. Passley.
There we go.
Ball into the 6-yard box. Is deflected away and cleared. What a run that was from Passley. Maybe he could have gone down there.
Yeah.
Maybe he could have gone down. He was too honest. Here's Whiteley now driving forwards. Still going. Whiteley into the box for Alex Kirk. Across the face of goal, cleared by Kobe Rowe. Great attacking football this. From both sides, really. And Passley looks like he's been hurt there.
Great wide action there from both wings.
I just can't help thinking if Passley goes down there, maybe a decision's given. It was just inside the box, I think. It's a marginal one.
It's a fine line, because in your brain you want all, you want to score. Yeah, it's a tough one. I'd probably cross.
Passley, as a result of that effort and brilliant run inside there, and the low cross into the box, which was very well defended, I have to say, from Aldershot. He's taken a bit of a knock here, and you hope that one isn't too serious, as he's receiving treatment from the physio here. And we'll await to see the extent of this as he's back to his feet, Josh Passley. And the referee, interestingly on your point earlier, Mark, asked Josh Passley to leave the pitch.
Exactly. But they didn't ask Jack Barham to leave the pitch.
Consistently inconsistent.
As I say, the refs love to live in the grey.
It will be a throw to Bromley whilst Passley is off the pitch here. Not sure. It looks like he's going to be able to carry on, which is good news, as he's just received treatment from the physio, and fourth official Lisa Ben is just tending to him at the moment. Here's Topolodge going on one of those runs inside. It goes for a low shot, and only can see his effort creep past the right-hand post there. And a good run and cut inside from Topolodge, but the finish was a little bit lacking in the end. Goal kick to Aldershot, taken short as Passley looks to come back onto the pitch. He's not been allowed back on yet. Bromley still have 10 players as Aldershot look to play out from the back. Cleared forwards there.
Come on, ref.
And picked up by Crowhouse. Good challenge, but Crowhouse regains possession, cuts into the middle. Good. Still going here, Ben Crowhouse. What a run this is. Still going as he finds Olomola. Edge of the box, Olomola now into Dennis. Opportunity. Cross the face of goal, and it's wide. Excellent opportunity. And what a cross it was. All it needed was Michael Cheek to just stretch his leg out at the back post, and it's 2-1.
Wow.
And Josh Passley is back on the pitch now. And I think Michael Cheek's going to need treatment here for sliding in, trying to divert that one in.
But Ben Crowhouse, ball carrying as he does, drew 3 players in.
Just didn't give up, did he?
No, slipped Louis. He danced through them. Slipped Louis in. Great ball across. Cheeky, but reminiscent of Gaza, 96.
It was, actually, yeah. There was no stopping him, was there?
No.
There quite literally was no stopping him. And the final ball in was excellent across the 6-yard box. That's what we lacked in the first half, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, 100%, Matt. Just if only Cheeky wore rugby studs. We're 2-1 up.
And he's receiving treatment here, Michael Cheek. We hope it's not too serious, but they're about to make a change here at Aldershot Town. Kwame Thomas is coming on, the former Sutton United, Solihull Moors, Wrexham man. And he will be replacing Dejan Tetek, who's worked hard in that midfield tonight. An attacking change as well for Aldershot, and A different dynamic, Kwame Thomas, to what Jack Barham and Laurent Tollage offer. Michael Cheek still receiving treatment here, and also concerns if he needs to come off. Bromley only have Byron Webster, Mitchell Bergkamp and Kasper Orlowski on the bench. Well, one's a defender, one's a midfielder, and one's a goalkeeper. So Bromley will be hoping not to lose Michael Cheek here as we are heading towards the 83rd minute. It could go either way, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Could go either way, this game. It really has opened up. Both sides have made attacking changes. Andy Woodman certainly doing so early on in this second half, and Tommy Widrington making his first change of the evening. Kwame Thomas, a centre forward, coming on now, as we just await to see whether Michael Cheek will be able to continue. He's back to his feet and made his way off the pitch, and it's the second player Bromley have had off the pitch in the space of 2 minutes, and we'll be hoping he can continue, but also that he's not off the pitch as long as Josh Passley was. It's going to be a corner, as it appeared to have taken a deflection. It'll be a corner to Bromley here as we await Michael Cheek returning to the pitch. James Vennings will be taking the corner. It's clipped in towards the back post there. It's not cleared away. Passley will try and get there. Passley with the cross back into the box. Alex Coate might be there. Might fall for Vennings. No, it's cleared. And now it's a counter-attack here for Aldershot as Jack Barham picks it up and makes the run forwards. Dennis is closing him down. Plays the ball in towards the run of Tollage there, and there's just too much on it. And with this wet surface, it skids wide of goal. Wow, we've certainly got a game on our hands. I keep saying it, but we do.
Like momentarily, Louis did brilliant there. He just delayed the counter. Didn't dive in, just held him up. And Jack Barham wasn't able to play the right pass.
And the good news is, from a Bromley perspective, that Michael Cheek is back onto the pitch now. And Bromley have 11 players again.
Yeah. I can smell that cheeky winner. It's coming.
Grant Smith here with the goal kick, as the rain seems to have stopped, I think, for the first time tonight. I won't hold my breath, but the rain has stopped finally after long periods in that driving rain. Michael Cheek is fouled there as he goes up for the header from Grant Smith's goal kick, which was really held up by the wind and actually blown back into the Bromley half. Free kick taken quickly by Vennings, back to Reynolds. Reynolds clipping one forward. Cheek will chase it. Harfield heads it away. Passley gets there to nod it in towards Olamola. It's not cleared properly as Cheek tries to get in there and finds Dennis from distance, thinks about the shot, then goes for Crowhouse. Crowhouse making his way into the box. Lovely cross from Crowhouse into the 6-yard box, but into the arms of Van Stappershoff, who will look to release Stokes quickly. It doesn't fall for Stokes, but Tollage is behind him and picks it up. Back into Stokes now. Dennis coming back to try and cover as the ball is played across the pitch. It's poor from Stokes, straight into Corey Whiteley. Right place, right time, who runs forward now. Crowhouse in support on the left. Whiteley still going as into the box here. Whiteley goes for the effort, left-footed, and clears the crossbar. And he was entitled to go for goal, but also Crowhouse was in a good position.
Good run. Believe it or not, he had two really good options there. But he's gone for goal.
Goal kick taken quickly by Aldershot. Out to Rowe. Now,
but it's good. It shows the belief that we can
Jones
go and win this.
With the ball forward looking for Thomas. Passley will have to clear here, and Passley does clear. Bounces in front of Stokes, and Stokes finds Glover. Glover now is going to be able to drive at Josh Passley here. Still going, Glover. Passley gets in front of him, and it goes down there, Glover. And it goes out of play. It will be a corner, though. That's an interesting decision. Passley didn't look like he got a touch of the ball before it went out of play, but it's another corner to Aldershot.
He did well, Josh, because Glover looked like he got the better of him, and he just used his body.
Another set piece and another corner for Bromley to defend here in the 86th minute at the Ebb Stadium. Will this one be taken short? Harfield is over it. Glover has come short if he needs him. Glover making his way to the edge of the box now. It will be Harfield. It will be left-footed. It will be deep in towards Rowe at the back post. Half cleared by Bromley. Harries with the effort across the face of goal, and eventually Vennings clears it. Dennis is trying to capture it up front. He can't do so. Headed forwards by Reynolds there. Dennis with a touch to find Cheek. Cheek back round the corner here for Crowhouse. Dennis is ahead of him. Crowhouse is pulled down there by Glover, and I'll be surprised if a yellow card isn't given here. I don't think he's going to give it. That's a shirt pull. No intention of getting the ball there. And no card is given to Glover. I'm really surprised about that. That's a blatant shirt pull there. Free kick to Bromley. James Venning standing over it. Plenty of white shirts to pick out in and around the box. Corey Whiteley staying back as we enter the 88th minute here. It will be Vennings to deliver this one. Referee Ruben Ricardo blows his whistle. Vennings with the cross ball into the box, headed away. Might come for Topolodge. Topolodge gets there ahead of Stokes. And then Topolodge concedes the throw-in, and there's a bit of a coming together between him and Stokes. And ultimately, the free kick comes to nothing.
Keep your head.
That's the voice of Mark Hammond, Bromley FC CEO, joining me on the comms tonight. Thank you to all of you tuning in. Harfield with the ball forwards. Topolodge with the header away. The wind holds the ball up again. Flicked on. Picked up by O'Keefe. Olamola gets a foot in there, though, to win the ball back. He's coming forwards here, Olamola. Great challenge on Olamola there to win the ball back. As Aldershot look to come forwards here. Tollard gets away from Topolodge. Plays the ball in for the run of Jack Barham. And he's just so good at peeling away from his man, is Laurent Tollard. Bromley looking to attack now. Here's Dennis. Looking for some support. Really finds Vennings in a bit of space here. Vennings round the corner for Olamola to latch onto. Olamola back to Vennings here. Vennings on the edge of the box. Takes it into the box. Finds Dennis. Back round the corner for Olamola. Can he poke it goalwards? Passley misses an open goal. Oh my goodness. That's the chance.
Wow.
I can't quite believe what I've seen, I'm afraid. Excellent play from Bromley. Passley just couldn't keep the effort down. It's harder than it looks, to be fair to him. But it was a golden opportunity.
Football.
Oh my goodness me. In the 90th minute, it's virtually an open goal. And Josh Passley
unlucky.
Puts it over the crossbar.
Wow.
Great play in the build-up,
really
though.
Build-up combination, the rotation, the ball from Vennings to put Olamola, put him through.
Here's Whiteley inside his own half now. Crowhouse as Bromley look to attack. Fed through for Dennis. Dennis twisting and turning. Has to go back to Alex Kirk here. Dennis back to Alex Kirk. We'll soon be seeing the allocated injury time. 8 minutes mark. 8 minutes of injury time. Here's Crowhouse into Olamola.
Good. Go on.
Can he take on Rowe? Olamola goes for the effort, and it comes off the stanchion behind the goal there. And I thought that was a little bit closer than it was, but a double change here for Aldershot as Scott and Barrett are coming on. Barrett, a recent signing from Kings Lynn Town, the former Reading player. And, well, it's heart-in-mouth moment at both ends here.
Again, what another great chance created by a good movement by Fella. He's so clever at finding those pockets. First touch. Maybe he should have opted to go across the goal.
Well, it's one of those that's so hard to describe when it happens.
Yeah.
You think it's going to see the back of the net bulge, and it just doesn't. So close to a late goal for Bromley.
Yeah, it's great. Again, brilliant build-up play through Venno and Ben and Louis.
Well, we're seeing both teams go for this one as it's played upfield there. Topolodge tries to clear and can't do so. Thomas is too strong, and it's a foul from Topolodge on Thomas. It'll be another free kick to Aldershot here. Here is Jones now. Jones infield there for Stokes, who lets it roll. Now here's Harfield and Glover. Glover cutting inside now, finding Barrett. Barrett out there to Harfield. Harfield with the cross. Blocked. Guess what? Another corner. It's like corner bingo tonight, isn't it? On the commentary. It's another one for Bromley to defend here. And we are 2 minutes into a minimum of 8 additional minutes. And I think this is going to be another long delivery here. Bromley have committed every single player back other than Louis Dennis, who's staying upfield. Ben Krause on the edge of the box as it's delivered in. It's not cleared. It might be now as Whiteley can start a counter-attack here. It went all the way across the box. Now Whiteley's driving forward. Dennis is there on the left. He finds him. Dennis has to go back to Vennings. And all of a sudden the sting of that counter-attack has disappeared. Here's Topolodge coming forward now. Still going here. Dennis. Olamola as the ref almost gets in the way. Olamola driving forwards here. Feeds it into Passley. Corner of the penalty area. Passley with a teasing cross towards the back post. Punched away by the goalkeeper. Can Crowhouse get there? No. Barrett can't get there either. Vennings does. Vennings taking it around Barrett. Still Vennings. Olamola. Bromley lose possession. And now it's 2-on-2 here as Aldershot Town attack. Tollage driving forwards here. Still Tollage. Edge of the box. Goes for the shot. Brilliant save by Grant Smith. Yet again. Who's pulled out another top-notch stop, Mark Hammond.
Yeah, it's really, really unlucky, that risk-reward. Throwing numbers forward. Benno just got caught on the ball there. Left 2-on-2 at the back. Yeah, that's some save from Grant, because that was moving in the wind. Really caught hold of it.
Corner to Aldershot again here. Halfway through a minimum of 8 additional minutes here as the corner is readied here for Aldershot Town. The wind is blowing. It's tricky out there. We're still waiting for the corner to be taken. As the arm is raised there, the delivery comes in from Harfield and it's flicked away by Michael Cheek. Comes out to Barrett, heads it back in, headed away by Reynolds. Barrett will chase it. Vennings will chase it too. It goes out of play. It will be a throw to Aldershot. Barrett wants to take it quickly, but he leaves it in the end for Glover. Glover leaves it for Harfield, who throws it back here to Kean Harries. Harries with a deep ball looking for Thomas, headed away by Reynolds. And the foul is given there against Kwame Thomas for the challenge on Callum Reynolds. And again, we've seen it given both ways tonight. The little jump in the air, looking to head the ball.
There's 4 minutes left.
Well, yeah, we're nearly in the 5th minute now, so 3 minutes or so left in this one. And really, I'll say it again, it could go either way. Both teams have had excellent opportunities to win this game. I have to say the most gilt-edged chance has fallen Bromley's way. Unfortunately, Passley couldn't keep his effort down after Van Stappershoff had been beaten.
I think we've had the closer chances. Their chances have come from around the box. You know, we've forced them to shoot from long range. Apart from the corner that hit the post.
Callum Reynolds with a long ball forward looking for Cheek. Cheek flicks it on to Passley. Passley trying to hold on to it here and drive away from Harfield. Passley round the corner there for Olamola.
Here we go.
Olamola still going. Back to Passley. Passley has Olamola in support. Goes for the low ball into the box towards Dennis. Dennis holds it up. Out towards Whiteley. Just couldn't find him. And now Aldershot on the counter again with Tollage driving forwards once more. Still going here, Tollage. Is he going to go for the shot? Holding on to the ball, challenged by Reynolds and into the box. Might feed it for Thomas, who with the goal at his mercy shoots over the crossbar, and that's a gilt-edged chance for Aldershot. Goodness me. 2 incredible chances.
How did he miss that? Wow.
Goodness me. Tollage again causing Bromley problems, and Kwame Thomas should have scored. 2 minutes still left to play here as Reynolds plays it forward. Looking for Cheek. Cheek with the flick on. Olamola picks it up. Olamola over the top there for Passley. Cleared away by Harries, who puts his foot through it. And that one will go out of play, I think, for a goal kick here to Bromley. As we head towards the final minute, Brian Smith says it's heart-in-mouth stuff. It really is heart-in-mouth stuff here. And the final minute here of this one. Both teams have given it a really good go in this one, particularly in the second half. Bromley made the changes. As you say, Mark, risk versus reward.
Yeah.
And it's made for a more open game in the second half.
It's been end to end, no doubt. How he's missed that? Wow.
Grant Smith with the goal kick here as the wind blows. He's getting ready to take it. The ball is moving, is what Grant Smith is arguing. Referee tells him to get on with it. Smith with the clearance. It just blows straight back towards him. Thomas with the header down. Here comes Frost driving forwards now. Crowhouse with the challenge. Whiteley with the challenge to try and win it back.
No.
And appeals for a penalty there. Crowhouse clipping it up to Cheek. Cheek there trying to find Dennis. Rowe. Crowhouse trying to win it back. Aldershot in possession again. 20 seconds left of normal time here. Here comes Harfield. Now to Glover. Glover driving forward again. Finds Harfield once more. Back to Glover. Opportunity to maybe think about the cross. Feeds it back to Stokes instead. Olomola trying to close him down. Bromley eventually clear their lines. Crowhouse should be able to clear this one. Finds Pasley. Pasley coming inside now. And Pasley is fouled there. And the referee blows the full-time whistle, Mark. Well, we can rest now. What was your take on that game? 1-1 the score at the end.
Yeah, that was... Well, look, what an exciting game. Energy, action, goal-mouth action. Just, yeah.
And a gilt-edged chance for either side right at the end. How one of those efforts hasn't gone in is beyond me. But overall, you know, we talked about what we lacked in the first half. The substitutions changed that in the second half, didn't they? And we saw a lot more of an open game.
Yeah, subs played, you know, Venno coming on, giving us that extra pass, building from side to side. We created, you know, endless chances around the 18-yard box. Just didn't convert. But I have to say, how we defended the corners. We had to defend corner after corner in these conditions. I thought we were resolute and dealt with it. And you know, we were solid in those situations. Didn't fold under pressure.
Overall, probably a good point on the board for us.
Yeah, you've got to consider the conditions. This hasn't been an easy game this evening, and we've dealt with it. We'll take the point, and you know, we'll travel on to Fylde.
Indeed, and they're never easy, are they, these long trips? It's going to be another interesting game in prospect on Saturday. It was fairly close between the two sides at home earlier on this season. Looking forward to that trip.
I am. More wind, more rain.
More poor conditions, more northern weather.
No, it's been yeah, just unlucky with that Josh Pashley chance.
Indeed.
Also the cheeky one there.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So, Mark, your debut on the commentary tonight.
Debut.
Did you enjoy it?
You've nailed me, Matt. Yeah, loved it. It's different from... I normally sit with you in the office.
Yeah, it's very different, isn't it? Yeah. Mark, such a pleasure to have you on tonight. Thank you so much for your time. It ends a goal apiece here. Yeah. Thank you to all of you who tuned in. Lawrence Hollage put the hosts ahead inside the first half, 36 minutes on the clock. Callum Reynolds with his second goal in as many games, doing exactly what Andy Woodman said he wanted his centre-backs to do post-match on Saturday, and that's score more goals. An excellent response there from Callum Reynolds, and it ends a goal apiece. I've been Matt Hall. I've been joined by Mark Hammond tonight. Thank you so much for your support, and we'll be back with you again on Saturday. See you all then.
Thank you very much to Mark and Matt there. Yes, the dynamic duo in the commentary box, M&M Styley.
The Vanarama National League full-time results.
Field 2, Halifax Town 2. Oldham Athletic is still, against Barnet, is still playing there. Oxford City 1, York City 2. Chesterfield 1, Woking 0. Maidenhead United 0, Ebbsfleet United 1. Dagenham and Redbridge 2, Dorking Wanderers 1. And yeah, that's it. So it's just one to wait there for, basically, which is the Oldham Athletic and Barnet, and that's into the first minute of added on time there. And we want to say a big hello to Ben Bronx, listening there in Surrey. Get well soon, Dave Mellowish. Thank you very much for you listening there. And we're back here Saturday afternoon, 2 p.m. with match preparation and then full commentary from Matt Hall and one other of FC Field against Bromley FC for another edition of Bromley FC Matchday Away Live. Thanks very much again for listening to Bromley Radio, and keep coming back here, eh? Don't be just there for during the matches. Come back, and we're going to get bigger and better. We promise you that. All right, that's it. There is no more. Till the next time. Ta-da.
This is Johnny Sperling from Bell of Sperling. Sven, you're an Eric Zen. He's a lovely geezer, but don't forget that he's from Sweden. And you're listening to Bromley Radio, bringing Bromley together. Yeah!